everyone. We welcome you all to Leadogo's Women Mentoring Kickoff Meeting. I'm Palakoli along with my co-host Lauren Ammon. Hey.
Hello.
We're Leadogo. So at Leadogo, we really call ourselves the leaders in doing good. We're basically this social learning network, really composed of this diverse global community of people from all ages, and really kind of looking forward to develop ourselves in the quest of personal, societal, and organizational development. A little bit of our services include training and accelerator programs. We do a lot of coaching as well as experiential learning through this online platform that we're building. So in order to fulfill our mission, we organize Impact Circle events to really bring value to each one of you who's our audience. So basically, Leadogo's Impact Circles basically are these groups with a purpose, and so groups with a goal attached to it. So we just don't want to kind of host events. We also really believe in taking action. So for our Leadogo Power Women mentoring session today, our goal really is that we want to coach 6 women to climb the corporate ladder or launch their ventures or upskill, and we're targeting to do this by end of July, so in the next 2 months. And this just to facilitate that, we wanted to bring you all together here today and just kind of create this little ecosystem for you guys. So we'll quickly take you through the schedule for today. We just have the schedule up on the screen. Awesome. Do you guys see that? Got it. So right now, of course, is a little bit of a kickoff that we're in. We will be shortly moving into the mentor introductions. All of this will happen here in this screen. At 12:30, we will be talking a little more about the details of the mentoring program that's in store for the next 2 months, and followed by a bit of a Q&A, so we're all on the same page. 12:45 is when the fun part begins. We will be actually going into these sessions. So if you see on your top left column, you would see the reception, the stage, and the sessions. So right now we're live at stage. At 12:45, we will go into the sessions and be networking with the mentors. So what we have 3 rooms set up for you guys, and we have 3 pairs of mentors. So we have Ashita and Chibet, we have Dana and Parul in the second room, and then we have Haley and Asmara in the third room. So what we can do just to maximize our time and value, we could, you could spend 10 minutes each in each room, and then kind of chat with the mentors and kind of figure out if you would want to be mentored by them. Apart from that, we come back to the main stage at 1:20 just for closing remarks and the next steps. On your right, you will see the chat function. So the event chat is where you could actually talk to us, in case you're having difficulty getting to the sessions or anything. So event chat is where you could actually write all your queries and questions. We also have the Q&A tab where you could also put in all your questions, in case you have anything that you want to ask us about the program. I think, sorry, that was quite a bit of housekeeping we had for you. So I think now is the time to bring in our Powerhouse mentors. So I think they will just do a quick intro for you all, and they'll really share why they want to be mentors for you, amazing women. And they'll also share their superpowers with you. So I think we can bring the mentors in. Over to them. Hey, Dana.
All right. Hello. So change of people, I guess. I'm not Asmira, but I do have red lipstick. So in her honor. So my name is Dana Ferrant. I am a business performance coach, which is probably the closest title for what I do. I work in the mindset and the consciousness area of things, but I also have 30 years of business experience. So I have built a seven-figure business, built and sold a seven-figure business, and then transitioned into my true passion, which is coaching and mentoring. And so I've actually been doing this for a very long time. I can remember back when I was 16 in high school, and I kind of had informal coaching, counseling in the halls at lunchtime. People would come to me with their problems, and I would help them through it, talk through it. So, even way back then, I was doing a version of what I do now. So now what I really love is using my superpowers, which is cutting through the bullshit, really, getting to see where are you truly aligned, where do you fit, and that's by looking at the energy of when you talk about what you're talking about. Does it line up? Does it fit energetically? Because when you are aligned, that's when your superpowers kick in, and that's when things happen with ease, not necessarily without any effort, but with ease. So that's really what I love doing when I'm mentoring and coaching. Hopefully I covered everything.
Perfect. Thank you. Hey, Paru. Hi, Paru.
Hello, everybody. Really thrilled to be here. My name is Parul Banka. I am a story coach, and I help people respond to the question, what's your story? I'm really passionate about what I do because I truly believe that everybody has a story. Everybody has a story worth sharing, and every story can change the world for the better. And that is why I do what I do. In my own experience, I have found coaching transformational, and it has helped me move forward in life. It has helped me navigate some of the deepest valleys that I have been through in my own life. And that is why coaching has a very special place in my heart. And that's the kind of support I want to give to other women who are just starting out in their journeys or are looking for some help to move forward in life. Because hey, a few years ago I was one of those women, and there were people who helped me, and I want to pay it forward by helping other people. What's one of my superpowers? I would say one of my superpowers is picking up information that has not been said. I often get this feedback from people who I interact with, that I listen to what is being said, but I also listen to what is not being said. And I think that that really helps me in my work as a coach and helps me go deeper and bring in the transformation that I want to bring in with my mentees and my coaches. And yeah, so really excited to be here and looking forward to this ride with all of you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Paru. Appreciate that.
I think we have our next mentor.
Oh, Ashita, we're muted.
Yep. Maybe she's unable to mute. Should we maybe try this and then go back on stage later?
Yeah, that's what we can do. Ashita, we see that you can't unmute, so we'll bring you back up stage in a minute. Javette, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well. How are you? Thanks
fine,
so much for
thank
being
you.
here.
Yeah, sorry, last time I was 1 hour late. I forgot about the time difference thing. I thought I was early.
Yeah, I think it's great, right on time, and we're live, and Thanks so
Yeah,
much for
okay.
joining us from Kenya.
Yeah, thank you for having me. My name is Chebet Mutai, and I am the founding CEO of a lifestyle brand called Wazawazi. I started Wazawazi in 2012, and I recently just found out the why, which, well, I always knew it, but I think finally got the right words, because even after being in business was 9 years with like things like messaging and whatever. So, and it is through a mentor that I actually was able to see that we create beautiful things so that we can allow people to create beautiful lives. So we are in fashion and design, and now expanding the brand, accelerated because of COVID, into home goods and everything that a modern woman needs in her space, on herself, and yeah, and everything really about the modern woman. My superpower is that I'm very resilient. I'm also very adaptable. It has never occurred to me that I could fail in it, so I always just keep on going. And I think that is what makes me heroic, because I will walk through anything. Yeah, and happy to be here.
Excellent. We're so happy to have you. Thank you so much.
Mm.
All right. Haley is on deck. Hello.
Awesome. So excited to be here. This is
Yes.
so fun. Yeah. So as mentioned, my name's Haley Kalani. I'm a high performance coach, which sounds like a very boring title for what I feel like I actually do. And I have these three virtues that have been a part of my life ever since I was a kid. I never really realized it at that point in my life, but coming to be the person I am now and connecting the dots, it's always been about creativity, productivity, and connectivity. And really, how can we leverage each one of those things to help people transform from the inside out so that they can live a more abundant, happier life without feeling really drained at the end of the day, without feeling like they're missing something in their life. And I think that what I've found in my personal life and talking with other entrepreneurs, friends, family members, we all like to compartmentalize these pieces of our life. We've got work, which is its own bucket, and we've got life, our personal life, which is its own bucket, and then family time, which is this others. And we create these invisible barriers for each one. But so often, if one area of that life is filled with stress or anxiety or just like lack of some sort, and you're really running on this wheel, not feeling like one area is getting enough attention, it inevitably leaks into all other areas of our life. So by being able to transform from the inside out and be more creative, productive, and connected to our friends, our family, our network, our customers, our clients, then overall it's going to spread into every other area of our life and really accentuate it as a whole. And it took me a long time and a lot of experimentation to figure out like how that even works. And it took a lot of experimentation in my own personal life. And the reason why I bring that up is a lot of times we'll see like social media gurus and just all of these fancy, successful people, whatever that may mean to you, and we try and mimic and recreate. But we are such individualistic people. And so what might work for someone else may not work for you, but that's okay. And that's the beauty of it. And that's where that creativity and experimentation comes in to say, okay, how can I take all of these skills? How can I take everything that I know, my superpowers, and use them to the best of my advantage, not somebody else's, to really blossom and flower? And so I think that my superpower, I like to think, is being able to see things differently, something from a different perspective, and connect the dots and help other people see where those dots are actually connecting so that they can have their own aha moments. And I absolutely love it.
Love that. Thank you so much, Haley.
Thanks.
great overview of what you do and the power you bring to this world. All right, next up, I think we have Asmara. Yes.
Hi, everyone. My name is Asmara Kazmi, and I am proof that good things come to those who wait. Sorry about the little hiccup we had earlier, but I am the chick with the tips, the quips, and the red lipstick. Great to be here with you all today. So a bit about my background. I am the founder of AK1 Consulting. We are a holistic problem-solving consultancy that is focused on systems design. And all that means is I am really, really good at seeing the interdependencies between things and creating systems that inspire the best versions of ourselves. So many of the systems we have in our world are dysfunctional at best and toxic at worst. And AK1 Consulting is committed to finding a way to gently, but kind of like a boiling, like a frog in boiling water kind of way, push you into change. And then you're like, wow, what a beautiful world. And outside of that, I have also been appointed operations director of Flip the Script, which is a coaching company that is focused on empowering managers to be epic. So that's a bit of my work existence. And in terms of my superpower, see, this is the problem with not being the first person to go, because then you have to think of even like unique superpowers, because damn, Haley just took mine. But I would say mine is being able to see things for what they are, all their interdependencies and interconnections, and in all their glory, really, because whereas other people see heads or tails, I see the whole quarter. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it's two sides of the same coin. So just making those connections and understanding how they bring so much beauty into this world. So thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Ashita.
He can't hear you yet. I know tech can be challenging sometimes. Sorry about that.
Alex, you want to give a brief overview of Ashita?
Sure, yeah. So basically, she is an amazing boss woman, and also is a director at Bank of America, and has had this amazing career trajectory. I've known her personally for a very long time, and also has been a little mentor to me. So I think her superpowers definitely is how driven she is, and how much structure she brings to her daily life, and then kind of aces it. So yeah, she's definitely like the perfect example of the Wall Street wizard, and and has really owned her journey. So I would really kind of vouch for her, even personally. She'd be a great mentor, and it'd be great to kind of unravel her superpowers when you get to know her more.
Perfect. Absolutely beautiful. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for being here. Again, I'm Lauren Ammon. I'm the Chief Learning Officer at Lidoco. So next, we're going to take you through what you can expect over the next 6 to 8 weeks as part of the program. So again, I want to thank the lovely mentors for all of their service. Let me just change out. So over the next 6 weeks or 8 weeks, actually, you guys can see that today is our kickoff. This is the inaugural event, one, to have the opportunity to get to know the mentors, to really dive in, have conversations with them, because it's one of the most important things that we're trying to facilitate as part of this is that, as we grow and as we develop and as we get supported throughout our journey, we find that, it's what Haley was talking about in terms of the connectivity and the opportunity to really dive into a relationship with a mentor and really understand the power that she's already bringing to the world and how she might be able to support you in your goals. So as part of this, we are going to put the application to the program in one of the event chat. So you'll get the link so that anybody interested can apply to the program. We will also send that in a recap email following this event. We are leaving the application process open for a week, so that you have the opportunity to complete that application. And if there's anybody after this event who you think would be a great addition to the program, the link can be sent to them as well. And we will provide opportunities either for playback and other opportunities to get to know the mentors, reaching out to us at Lidogo in order to facilitate that. So once you're in the program and have been accepted, so one of the things we really want to do is that from a consideration standpoint, we anticipate having a lot of interest because we have a lot of interest today. Some of the consideration points in terms of getting into the program is, that connectivity. We want to make sure that you as a mentee feel really connected to the mentor. So through the application process, there's questions in there that allow you to articulate what you're really looking for, and then being able to pair that with the mentor's expertise. We're also looking for geography, right? So we are very intentional at Lidogo to be a global organization. And so we have procured this phenomenal mentoring panel from across the globe. And so we want to make sure that a time zone consideration and coordination isn't a barrier of entry for anyone. So making sure that, we're not 13 hours apart or whatever the case may be. And also, in addition to that, being able to pair your expertise, your goals, and the mentor's expertise, and being able to say, hey, this is how I want to grow, and here's the support I get from the expert and from the mentor moving forward. So those are some of the considerations that we'll be looking forward to, or looking for when we create the application, or when we review the application. One of the things we want to be very intentional about is that we believe that everybody has the opportunity to grow and develop. And even if you don't get into this program, we will be having more. So, stick with us. And this is part of the kickoff event, is creating this wonderful community and ensuring that we, have the opportunity for everybody to come in, to grow and to develop, and to accelerate their careers in a way that's meaningful for them. So once the applications are in and people have been accepted, that's when the coaching sessions will start. So we here at Lidogo believe that this is an opportunity for you and your mentor to really create the relationship that works for you. So we ask that you have those first two coaching sessions within kind of the first 2 to 4 weeks, kind of spacing them out every 2 weeks. And then after a month, we'll be having a webinar. So that'll be kind of our first checkpoint to say, how are things going? What are you learning? And the opportunity for both the mentees and the mentors to talk about what's going on, how things are going, what they're learning as part of the process, and then giving feedback for us so that we can continue to make this the best possible program for everybody involved. Then following that webinar, over the next 2 weeks, so in late June, early July, working with your mentor to have the next 2 coaching sessions. And then following that, in early July, as you can see, having the next kind of speed networking session. So it's another opportunity to come together, really talk through what's working, how are things going, and to debrief in terms of, after the 4 coaching sessions, what does that look like? What have we learned? And then in late July, again, if you haven't gotten to the coaching session, you go to the next coaching session. And at the very end of July, to have our last webinar. Again, that'll be kind of what we're going to call a graduation process, and the opportunity for the mentees to really be center stage and to discuss and talk about what it is that you really learned. How has this experience really empowered you, empowered your career trajectory? And again, the opportunity to hear from the mentors, because we believe that these relationships aren't just one-sided. It's just not mentor to mentee, that there will be opportunities for the mentees to teach and support the mentors in a way, because that's the beauty of a coaching and mentoring relationship, is that it is two-sided. It's intended to be two-sided, and that we all collectively learn and grow as we work through these relationships. So next is we are going to open it up for Q&A.
Yep. Thanks for the amazing brief, Lauren.
Thank you.
Yeah. So to all the participants, if you want to throw in your questions in the chat, Q&A tab, we'd be happy to answer.
Yeah, so Pollock, one of the questions I see is, again, what's the consideration to get into the program? So again, one, and this is one thing that I didn't necessarily mention before, is the number of available mentors. So we intentionally started small for the opportunity to create a very intimate experience. So we here at Lidoco really believe in this high touch, let's build this community, even though we're all, remote in this moment. So, we've secured 6 mentors and looking for 6 mentees. Again, this doesn't necessarily mean that this is the only time we're going to do this. The intention is to have multiple cohorts and the opportunity to create an experience that is meaningful for everyone, because we do believe that everybody has the opportunity and deserve the opportunity to learn and grow their careers. Another consideration is building that connection with your mentor. So that's why we created the sessions, so that before the application process, or as part of the application process, you have the opportunity to talk with the mentors, get to know them, really understand their background, and pair that with what you want to do in terms of learning and growth. Again, being able to pair that learning, what you want to learn as a mentor and what the expertise of what you want to learn as a mentee and what the expertise as a mentor is. And then again, geography. We want to make sure that there's no barrier to entry when it comes to time zones.
Perfect. I think we have more questions trickling in the chat. So I think Adishika's question is, how many mentors can one have? So Adishika, just to maximize the experience, just to keep you at the center of the learning, we're mapping you one mentor as of now. But because we also have these speed mentoring sessions or these speed networking sessions. So in July, I think it's July 8th, if I'm not wrong, we will have this little virtual hitchhiking or speed mentoring event where all 6 mentors and 6 mentees, it will be like a exclusive event where you will be intermingling and, meeting other mentors, meeting other mentees. So that will be your little opportunity to kind of know each other better. But we'll also be putting you all together on our Lidogo platform where you can kind of chat and stay engaged. Also, we're just trying to keep this, very kind of custom to you guys. The mentee and the mentor can decide the time that they want to meet at, and we've some suggestions and like a suggestive flow that we will also be sending you out in an email. So yes, as of now, there's one mentor that kind of will be assigned to you, but you will be meeting with other mentors and you will be getting a little bit of time with them as well.
Great question.
Yep. I think we have one from Ananya, if you want to.
Yeah, so Ananya asked, please tell me more about the application process. So it's fairly simple. So we will post the link to the application process. It's a simple Google form. And so once you complete that, we will receive the results. And again, we're giving a week. So from today until next Thursday, May 27th, to complete that application process. Once we receive all of those, we'll be taking some time to review them, to really look at the answers and be very intentional about how we're pairing them. So we will also, in addition to posting here in the chat, we will also send an email following this event that has a link to the application. We will also recap all of the questions that were asked and provide answers, and have more information on the website and a link to that so that you can access even more information. Again, we really believe in a high touch, and this is an opportunity as part of the process that you have access to team, not only to your mentors, but Team Lidogo as well. And we welcome your feedback and your questions as you go through the process so that we can maximize your experience.
Well answered, Lauren. So Adishika, great question again, that, she says that are there certain criteria that need to be fit into the application or more like being accepted for the program? So honestly, like Lauren also mentioned, we really want to make this accessible to everybody. We don't think that, there are a certain skill set you need to have to receive coaching or mentoring. Everybody deserves to kind of be coached and mentored and upskill themselves. So just to kind of, like Lauren was saying, just to maximize your experience, right now, I think our capacity is at 6 mentors and 6 mentees, but this will be like a rolling mentoring program. So, we have right now the May to July cohort. We will definitely be rolling out more cohorts and, just in case. So I think everybody who applies will definitely gonna get a mentor at some point, for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
If I'm missing something, Lauren, if you want to add.
No, that was an excellent answer. We're planning on doing the second cohort probably in mid Q3, so kind of that late August, early September. So if there's not an opportunity this time around, there will certainly be opportunity. And as Pollock said, we're not cutting anyone off right now. It's a matter of keeping it small and intentionally small. From an intimacy standpoint, and really building those relationships. And as we grow and as we learn from this experience, how we might be able to broaden the opportunities and the access to mentors through this as well. So we appreciate your patience and that great question. Another question in terms of what can I expect as a mentee? Here at Lidoco, we believe that the energy you put out into the world is the energy you get back. And so that's where we're built on being able to do good or doing good in order to receive that. And we here within the organization are completely dedicated to this experience for you, as are the mentors. And that's why they're here. Is one, they're absolutely phenomenal women. And for anybody who saw our March and our April session, know how unbelievably energetic and empowering they are. And so this is an opportunity for you as a mentee to really set the tone for what energy you want to put in. And we really look forward to everything that you bring to this experience, and know that we at Lidoco and the mentors are bringing 100% of exactly who we are, so that we can support you in this process and your learning and growth and opportunities.
Awesome. Amazing. Are there any other questions from the audience? Do you think we should start the session sooner?
We can. Absolutely. Another question that came in, Pollock, is what happens after we complete the program? So this is an opportunity. One, we certainly, this is part of the Lidogo mission, is to build a community. So once it's done, it's not over. This is a community that will continue to grow on. And as Pollock said, you'll be provided access to the platform as part of this process, and recognize that while we're in the early stages, this is an opportunity, to really get a feel for what's going on. And as Pollock said at the beginning of the call, that there are additional services. So there could be an opportunity for virtual hitchhikes, which we can explain at another time, or being a part of our accelerator program, which think of it more as kind of quote unquote traditional learning, but with huge twists and a lot more experiential connection and community as part of that experience. So, while this program will end, we certainly want to keep you within the Lidogo community. And as part of this, we intentionally named it Lift as We Climb, so that as everyone receives growth and learning, there's an opportunity to turn around, as Parul said, to pay it forward. So as you continue to climb in your growth and experience, being a part of the Lidogo community and having the opportunity to do the same for others.
Yes, absolutely. And I think there was one question about the time commitment. So I think we do kind of understand that everybody has busy schedules. So we would be almost looking at 3 to 4 hours of engagement every month. So it's not too crazy. And it's kind of spread out in these 8 weeks. So in total, it'll be about 10 hours. But I hope, the value that you get out of it is way more.
Yeah. Well, it looks like those are the questions. So I think we can start the sessions early. We're about 10 minutes ahead of schedule, which is actually perfect. I mean, it gives an opportunity to have a little bit more in-depth conversations with each mentor. So the idea now is that there are 3 sessions. If you go to the left of your screen, you'll see the sessions button. So the intent is to spend probably at this point, 12, 13 minutes within each of the session rooms, and you'll be meeting with a pair of mentors. There are 2 mentors in each room, and this is an opportunity for you to get to know them. So don't be bashful, as my father would say, start asking questions, getting to know them, and the mentors are, they won't bite, I promise. They'll be asking questions as well. So we will be in there as well. Any questions you may have or any technical difficulties, just let us know. But you have the opportunity to go into the sessions and have those conversations with your mentors.